Won't you be my neighbor? Oh, what are you doing here?
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood.
Welcome to the office tour of midway through 2025. We're just gonna hop right in. Stubble & Co. book bag, still rocking that, going strong. When I get here in the mornings, I always wanted to have slippers, some house slippers, and also I have a nice rug here just from Amazon. So when I get here in the mornings, these become the studio shoes. The biggest sort of centerpiece of all of this is today's sponsor of this video, Vernal. Most of the furniture that you're gonna see in here is from Vernal. So they make really nice filing cabinets. This one's great for big objects down below. It's got a lock. I really love this whole, this angle that sort of comes down off the top. For some smaller things here, keep those pretty chock full of things. Some select books here from various places. I've got the Double Oak Essentials wallet, which is fantastic. A mic that I don't use anymore, but is one of the mics that I started with, which is kind of cool. I got this plant from Kroger. He's seen better days. I'm not the best at taking care of my plants, but a big thing that I want to do here is have greenery as part of our aesthetic. So trying to keep him alive, which is great. Moving on to the Vernal desk, which is definitely my favorite desk, sit-stand desk I've ever owned. I just love the way it looks. I love that there's furniture to match it. Not every sit-stand desk furniture company makes other furniture to go around it. So I think that's a really cool look. Got a few different levels here. It is pretty quiet and pretty fast as well. So it's nice to be able to change that up as you're working through the day. It's definitely one of the fastest ones in terms of standing and sitting that I've used. Another cool thing about Vernal is I think all of their desks come with this fairly large under desk cable management, which sometimes these are just really small and hard to, put everything that you need to in there. So I've really enjoyed having that, which is huge, and easy to access too, which is another big thing. Pretty sturdy, even when standing, which is pretty cool with the double legs. And then I think I do have the C legs here instead of just the T legs. So there's more room up front, which kind of pushes the legs back a little bit. So on the desk is also the Vernal sort of desk shelf. Matches really well. Comes with a sweet metal tray, which I really love because very specifically, my Honeywell remote for my light over there, I can just slap on the bottom there, which is cool. And I just keep little bits and bobs in here usually. Got light phone and ring con. Honeywell, I just recently did a video with them. I love their lights, especially this one. It's probably one of my favorites. TRMNL, which is a pretty cool brand we're going to do a video on soon. This is literally showing me how many weeks I've lived and how many weeks I have left to live. So that's morbid, but keeps me in check on what's important. This is something that I absolutely love. This is a time timer, that's the brand. It is just an old school set a timer, and when it's done, it'll make a little beep beep sound, which I love, which is the beginning of Philadelphia Freedom by Elton John. Look it up. I've always wanted a just old school analog-ish timer for Pomodoro timing my work. So I really loved that. I have still the Mac Studio display, which I love so much, and it's so easy to use. Looks amazing, great size in my opinion. The pictures behind here were from Mike, who owns this office space or rents this office space that we rent from. And I just think those sort of helped me design the office itself, which is pretty cool. So I love those. This desk mat is just kind of a Amazon find. I thought it was gonna be a little bit darker gray. Another big one is the Melgeek keyboard. This is the O2, I think. Yeah, it's designed specifically for Mac, which is pretty cool. And I've just really been enjoying using it. Logitech, I was warned not to get the lighter version because of the grossness that it attracts, and I haven't had it for very long, if that tells you anything, but it fit the setup. Belkin has been a really cool partner on the channel, and I use this every day for my iPhone standby mode, juice up the watch if I need to. And then finally, the computer running all this, the tiny micro Mac Mini, which is a beast, and I got it refurbished and got some extra bits in it. So it will last me for a very, very long time. Another one coming along is Anthros, which we're gonna make a full video on, but the most comfortable and most expensive desk working office gaming chair I've ever owned in my life. But I can see I designed it here to sort of match the rest of the walnut we've got going on, but more to come on that in a future video. Finally, from Vernal is another filing cabinet. This is basically, they come in two sizes. You can have this sort of lower level that we have over here with the smaller desk, shelf, or they make that one that sort of gives a larger drawer. That's what I meant to say, up top as well. So I don't have a ton of stuff in here yet, but it's quite nice. You've got these things to hold the files up. And of course this locks as well. This is my latest purchase, which is a Jones clock, which I don't know what that means. That's just the brand, got it off Amazon. Not entirely sure about the color. Still, I thought it was a little darker green, but you can see I've got a green thing going. Last thing over here is the Honeywell light. Honeywell's just got some interesting lighting. Thanks again, shout out Honeywell. All right, moving on. This is not a Vernal product. I just got it off Amazon, but I wanted kind of like a place for music to be played. I sort of like designed all this in my head, which was fun, and it was fun to watch it come together. I love this thing. Keep my meeting devices in here for meeting in the metaverse. Got my records, some other products from friends, and just various things. Got my e-ink readers in here, which is cool. I have no idea what's over here, but basically I have way more storage than is necessary, which is actually good because things can get really cluttered around here. Shout out Marshall as well. I love the products they make and still use this pretty much every day to listen to music on while I'm working. And then I brought in my old Audio Technica record player, set up here to these RCA speakers. Not because I watched the Peter McKinnon video. It was actually an idea I had before that video came out to write letters on a typewriter to friends and family and stuff. But after watching his video, I want to start sending brands that we've worked with some letters. So that's the whole point there. I like this kind of greenish blue look. It kind of matches the vibe here, which is sweet. Here, it's actually kind of cool how much of this office has been decorated by brands that we've worked with. And we lovingly call this office the showroom. We want to keep it looking nice so we can shoot in here. This is an e-ink display that you charge, which is pretty cool. So this is a Rene Magritte painting I have on here, but you can put whatever you want on there. I had Nacho Libre on there once, which was pretty sweet. Double Oak Essentials sent over a sweet hat. So that's there for when I get cold in the mornings. Got my cardigan. Another Rene Magritte painting. I always wanted to have this and never did until now. So The Son of Man. It's one of my favorite paintings. Other than that, some floating shelves that are very flimsy and scary. So I don't have a lot on them, but we've got another Marshall speaker, sweet We Are Rewind cassette player, this awesome present that Josh got me, and some other bits and bobs. Oh, I didn't tell you, this plant here, people are gonna stop watching now, but this plant here, his name is Daryl. We've had him for like, since my wife and I have been dating, so like 14 years or something crazy, a very long time. And then this is a Monstera that came from my sister. But really sort of the centerpiece here, just to wrap it up, is this furniture from Vernal. I just think it looks awesome. I love that all the colors match. It's just a really good look. Solid desk, many different designs on their site. And I would say the biggest thing is pricing is like half the price of what I've seen competitors. And I feel like you actually get more, like in terms of a amazing design and just like the quality. So again, special thanks to Vernal for sponsoring today's video. As you can see, there are tons of different desktop options and leg options as well, especially in the laminated desktop section. And they do have solid wood as well. Prices start at just $429, and you can actually get an extra 6% off if you use our code YTSSP. The last thing I will mention is we kind of showed it off quickly in the video, but these desks do have a stability upgrade, so they're super solid. So no matter what height you're working at, your drink won't be shaking all over the place, spilling, your monitors won't be wiggling everywhere, and it's just a super well-built desk setup. So again, use our code YTSSP to get 6% off your order, and thanks again to Vernal for sponsoring today's video. We'll try to link to other stuff as well further down in the description, but that's gonna do it for this office tour. Shout out Hunter for filming today. Yeah, but I gotta go to lunch, so I'll see you guys around, taking the slippers. Bye now.